Hey LS11 Universe, it's Xander, and welcome back to WWE 2K22 Universe Mode. We are back on Friday Night Smackdown, and please welcome back to the show, the SmackDown General Manager, the game, Triple H. It is the first time we've seen Triple H since WrestleMania, and his loss to Tommaso Ciampa on the show of shows. Triple H, the game, making his way to the ring. Here to address the LS11 Universe tonight, as SmackDown gets kicked off. Welcome to the tail end of the first full week of Season 4, by the way. The first post-draft week of the shows. Triple H making his way to the ring. The Cerebral Assassin, the King of Kings, the game. Triple H is here. So, without any further ado, let's hear from the SmackDown General Manager. Thank you. I will always appreciate that, but welcome to Friday Night Smackdown. Last week, we saw the dawn of the next generation of the WWE. A team that is going to lead the WWE into the future. Last week, we saw the dawn of the Six. So please allow me to reintroduce you to these individuals. First, she is a woman who needs no introduction. The greatest female competitor of her generation, and quite possibly the greatest female in WWE history. She is one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions. The Queen, Charlotte Flair. Well, here she is, one half of the inaugural Women's Tag Team Champions, as Triple H just introduced. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, is in the building. A second-generation talent, Charlotte Flair, is in the building. The first member of the Six has arrived. Charlotte Flair is here. Next, a man handpicked as the future of his generation. A former Intercontinental Champion. A man whose drive reminds me of a young John Cena, and a man whose arrogance becomes confidence because he backs it up. Please welcome Austin Theory. Here's Austin Theory out next. As Triple H said, a hand-picked future star. Flair and Theory, the first two members of the Six we're seeing tonight. As the Six each making their way to ringside one by one. Out next, third in our lineup, the longest reigning Cruiserweight Champion in LS11 history. He is a former Intercontinental Champion, and he is one of the greatest stars in the history of NXT. He is the one and only Ricochet. Here he is. The man who made the betrayal that formed the Six last week, Ricochet. There's your first three in the lineup of the Six. This crowd erupting with boos as Ricochet, as I said, was the one that really made the Six have 6 last week. Now please, everybody, show your respect for the other half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, the fourth member of the sixth, the American hero, a United States Marine, Lacey Evans. Here she is, the other half of the champs. Lacey Evans is here. Former SmackDown Women's Champion in her own right as well. 2/3 of the way through the six. Out next, the fifth member, a man once dubbed the Chosen One, who then took that name and forged his own path. The longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion in the LS11 Universe. Please welcome the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. Here comes the former World Heavyweight Champion to the ring. Drew McIntyre in the building. He's been the enforcer for the six. Well, the men in the six that he's been around for a while. He's been their enforcer for quite some time. Drew McIntyre marching down to the ring. Only one man remains, and we all know who it is. And last, but most certainly not least, the leader of the six, the son of one of the greatest minds in all of professional wrestling, a man who went from undesirable to undamn deniable. He is the World Heavyweight Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Here he is, the leader of the six is in the building. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Cody with big gold in hand, a belt his father once held in the NWA. Cody Rhodes and Triple H face to face in the ring. Thanks, Hunter. Well, remember our names, LS11 Universe. We are the six. This show belongs to us. And tonight, Cody, the six get to have their first real test. Ricochet, Austin Theory. Tonight, you two will team up to face the Street Profits, and if you win, you will face the winners of Gallus versus GYV next week in a #1 contenders match to the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Now then, on behalf of myself, on behalf of the six, and on behalf of the World Heavyweight Champion, welcome to SmackDown. Well, we're going to move into some singles action with our first match on SmackDown. Carmelo Hayes, who made an emphatic debut last week, making his way to the ring. Carmelo Hayes made his debut last week, getting in the face of Rey Mysterio and staking his claim to the Cruiserweight Championship. Melo really wants a shot of that Cruiserweight gold that Rey Mysterio's got around his waist right now. So Carmelo Hayes making his way to the ring. He gets a chance to push himself up in the Cruiserweight title rankings tonight. He's going to be taking on another one of the Cruiserweight contenders. Of course, you know, later tonight we talked about how we're going to see the six of Ricochet and Austin Theory in action. Many people surprised. A lot of people thought Ricochet was going to try and stake his claim back to the Cruiserweight title. He's going to go one-on-one with A-Kid. A-Kid making his way to the ring, another up-and-comer in the Cruiserweight division. A-Kid making his way to the ring. So, without any further ado, let's get into our first matchup of the night here on SmackDown. 11 minutes into the episode, sorry. Without any further ado, here we go with A-Kid and Carmelo. A-Kid throws a shot. Carmelo Hayes kicks him in the ribs. Huge knee to the face. A-Kid's turned inside out. And now, Carmelo getting him up. A-Kid throws him over himself. A-Kid taking him down now, and A-Kid up to the middle rope. Carmelo Hayes knocks him out of the air. And A-Kid grabs onto Melo. Carmelo with a swinging wheel kick. Carmelo Hayes kicking him down. There's a kick to the back. And now Carmelo. Whoa, A-Kid went for a float over. Carmelo took him down. And Melo with a double axe handle, wiping out A-Kid. Carmelo Hayes getting him back up to his feet now, and Carmelo Hayes kicks him in the ribs, throwing kicks now. Carmelo with a right hook, knocks A-Kid into the ropes. Carmelo with A-Kid off the ropes. Hurricane Rana takes him down. And Carmelo, drop kick to the side of the head. And an elbow drop. Into another. A-Kid is down. Carmelo Hayes, no. A-Kid sweeps the leg. Now A-Kid telling Carmelo to bring it on. A-Kid getting up to his feet. A-Kid with a chop. And again. And again. In front of the one, Carmelo sidestepped him. And now A-Kid into Northern Lights. Takes down Carmelo Hayes. A-Kid went to drop the fist. Carmelo out of the way. And now Carmelo Hayes loaded around. Takes him down. Fujiwara armbar in on A-Kid. Is Carmelo Hayes about to tap him out here with the Fujiwara armbar? He's got it in. A-Kid's struggling. Carmelo's got it in tight. A-Kid struggling. Carmelo Hayes. No, A-Kid rolls back to his feet. Now A-Kid grabs onto him, and A-Kid takes him down with a DDT. Going up to the middle rope now. Carmelo Hayes gets caught with a DDT. A-Kid knocks him down, and A-Kid getting Melo back up to his feet. A-Kid. Whoa! Now he's got the armbar in. And Carmelo Hayes rolls out of it. Carmelo Hayes went for a dropkick. A-Kid covers him, but gets off of him. A-Kid now has Carmelo down, back into a cover. A-Kid, not even one. Carmelo Hayes got the shoulders up. And now Carmelo getting picked back up. A-Kid grabs onto him, and A-Kid German suplex to Carmelo Hayes. A-Kid goes towards the corner. Carmelo's down. A-Kid grabs onto him, getting him back up to his feet. Big kick from A-Kid. Cover on Carmelo. 1, 2, no. This crowd is loving what they're seeing from these two young stars right now. As Carmelo gets caught, but Carmelo, jawbreaker to A-Kid. Drop kick to the back. But A-Kid kind of shrugged it off there for a moment. A-Kid, Northern Lights, cover. 1, 2, no. Carmelo sweeps the leg. And now Carmelo, elbow drop. And again. And now Carmelo kicking down A-Kid. A-Kid back to his feet. Carmelo into a Spanish fly, taking him down. And now Carmelo getting A-Kid back up to his feet. Carmelo floating around him. Carmelo Hayes takes him down. Back into another Fujiwara armbar. A-Kid is in trouble. A-Kid is down. Carmelo wrenching it back on him. Is A-Kid about to tap out? You can see him flailing in pain. Carmelo wrenching it in as best as he can. And A-Kid rolls back to his feet. A-Kid grabs onto Carmelo Hayes, and A-Kid with Hayes over the top rope out to the floor. Carmelo Hayes goes down. A-Kid standing over him. A-Kid
Right hook for another one. Carmelo rolled through. Carmelo with a drop kick. Carmelo Hayes grabs onto A-Kid and into the ring post. He goes. Now Carmelo getting him back up to his feet. Carmelo Hayes with A-Kid into the announce table. Moonsault to the outside. Carmelo Hayes grabs A-Kid, launches him back into the ring. And now Carmelo up to the top rope. Carmelo Hayes, elbow across the back of A-Kid. And a kick to the ribs. Elbow drop. Carmelo keeping on top of him right now. Kicking him down. A-Kid pops him up. Oh, huge kick to the head of Carmelo. And now A-Kid getting him back up to his feet. A-Kid grabs Carmelo, launches him into the corner. And now A-Kid puts him on the top rope. Carmelo countered. Carmelo kicks him in the head. Now Carmelo takes him down into a cover. 1, 2. Kick out from A-Kid. Carmelo drops another elbow on him. And again. And Carmelo Hayes grabs the ropes. Springboard. Leg drop. Down he goes. Carmelo Hayes getting him back up to his feet. Carmelo Hayes. Some in the ribs. Again. Hayes firing away. Forearm strike connects. Pulls him into the corner for a forearm. A-Kid out of the way. Drop kick again. A-Kid took him down with a big rocket kick. 1, 2. Hayes kicks out. And now A-Kid kicks him in the back. A-Kid has got him down, and A-Kid springboard went for a cannonball. Carmelo Hayes out of the way. Carmelo kicks him in the ribs, and Hayes with scissors kick. That's how he put down Rey Mysterio in his debut last week. 1, 2, 3. Carmelo Hayes gets the win. Carmelo Hayes gets the win. Carmelo Hayes really stakes his claim there to the Cruiserweight Championship. See A-Kid devastated by that loss. Honestly, if I were A-Kid, I'd go put on a mask and change my name at this point. Got more coming up on SmackDown. Well, another week into my SmackDown run, I've still not got a match, but the Megastar Mega Movement is still gonna be on a roll. Yeah, because next week, the Megastar LA Knight will make my highly anticipated SmackDown in-ring debut. And the Mega Movement is gonna roll right in to a world title match. Yeah! Well, up next, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to SmackDown, Johnny Gargano. Not just that, but Johnny Gargano and Rampage Brown the reunited way. The Way is back together on Friday nights. Johnny Gargano made a shock return last week on SmackDown to save Rampage from a 2-on-1 beatdown, courtesy of Fight Night. And next week on SmackDown, Johnny Gargano makes his in-ring return to WWE alongside Rampage in a tag team match against Fight Night. But we hear from Gargano and Rampage. The Way, speak right now. Great to see them back together. So, let's hear from Johnny Gargano about his SmackDown return. Well, surprise everyone! I didn't expect to be back as much as any of you expected me to be back. So, been a weird couple months, hasn't it? Where do we start? I mean, I had to take a bit of a sabbatical to Jacksonville, as everyone knows. And then I realized, well, to be honest, I've kind of been an asshole for the last year, and I'm tired of being a bad guy. So, you know, I kind of got dropped on my head a little bit. Really, I mean, I had my terrible attitude powerbombed away. And, I want to start being Johnny Wrestling again. I'm tired of being the guy with no heart, no soul. I'm tired of pretending to be a quote-unquote top guy instead of just acting like a top guy and wrestling like a top guy. So it's time to redeem myself, and, well, the first thing to do with that was I needed to come back and I needed to see my old friend again. See the guy that I brought in with the way. Rampage, I just wanted to say, you know, I'm sorry I left you behind a while ago when stuff was going down with Tommaso and I, and could you forgive me for leaving you behind for the last 5 months? Johnny, all water under the bridge. Let's get those tag titles. Bet a lot of you didn't know he was British, huh? Well, all jokes aside, you said it best, big man. So, Mustache Mountain, the Six, Gallus, GYV, Street Profits, whoever the tag team champions are, coming out of Payback in a few weeks. The way is coming for you. Wait, what the hell? Well, that's the music of The Miz. I mean, The Miz is who, you know, our Rampage beat last week, and there is The Miz. Miz is in the building, and The Miz, well, he points to the back. Says, come on. Oh, hang on a minute. That's Grayson Waller. One of the men drafted after draft night was over. Grayson Waller. If you guys remember, several months ago, Miz found Waller backstage on Raw and said, you need a mentor. Well, and lo and behold, it seems that's finally come to fruition as Miz is marching down to the ring. So, Miz staring down Gargano. What the hell is happening right now? Johnny, you know, I'd say welcome back, but that would imply that we're all happy to see you. Because no one's happy to see you around here anymore, Gargano. You don't have a place here anymore. No one's talking about the reunited way. You know what they're talking about? They're talking about The Miz and Grayson Waller, the most must-see tag team in SmackDown history, the newly formed A-List Effect. We are the uncrowned tag team champions, Johnny. I don't care about this little way reunion with you and Rampage. In fact, Rampage should be fired after what he did to me last week. Well, Miz, last I checked, I don't know that anyone remembered you got drafted to SmackDown. And this guy wasn't even good enough to get drafted on the main show. You alright out there, man? You got a problem standing still? You just gonna keep pacing? Alright, I guess he's just gonna keep pacing. You don't talk about my protege Grayson Waller like that. I am Cleveland's favorite son, Gargano, not you. Whoa, wait a minute. Waller! Gargano wipes him out. You gonna send in your little crony to do your work, or you want to get in here and prove it yourself, Miz? I don't have to prove anything to you, Johnny. Keep in mind, you're not Johnny Wrestling anymore. After what happened to you at Survivor Series, all anyone remembers you as is Johnny Has Been. I don't know, there's Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens walking together backstage. Sammy, Kevin, if we could just get a moment of your time, guys. We've got some questions for you about about what we saw last week. Well, it seems they can't hear us. Seems they're approaching what appears to be Sami Zayn's car. Back to ringside, I suppose. Well, maybe we'll be able to catch up with those two sooner rather than later. Natalya making her way to the ring at the moment, now that we're back here at ringside. The Queen of Hearts making her way to the ring. So Natalya has made her way to the ring. The Queen of Hearts has to take on a newly debuting star here on SmackDown. Here comes Sarray to the ring. AKA the least effort put into a character in 2K games history, I'm pretty sure. Sarray making her way down to the ring. Many have been wondering when we were going to see her and where we were going to see her in LS11 Universe. Many thought she would be the replacement for Io Shirai back at the Elimination Chamber, which ended up being Bayley, of course. But Sarray drafted now to SmackDown. She makes her way down to the ring. Big chance for her to show what she's made of here on SmackDown. So Sarray entering the ring. Her SmackDown debut right now against the Queen of Hearts, Natalya. Without further ado, let's get into the match, I suppose. So Natalya versus Sarray, one-on-one. Here we go. Sarray, whoa, grabs Natalya, rolls her through, cover. One, no. Grabs her, rolls through, stomps her in the chest. Sarray taking her down now, and Sarray knocking Natalya back towards the corner. Sarray grabs onto her, punches her. Not really sure what's going on with the camera right now either. Hesitation drop kick, takes down Natty. And now she gets her back up to her feet. Punches her in the face again, and now Sarray throws her across the ring. Off the turnbuckle, Natalya goes down again. Sarray kicking her down. Natalya tries to grab her. Sarray, knee to the side of the head, takes her down. Now Sarray goes for a kick. Natalya sweeps the leg. Taking her down now, Natalya bends back the arm, stomps on it. Sarray is down, Natalya rolls her over, kicks her in the back. Now Natalya grabs her again, kicks her in the back again. Sarray back to her feet, right hand connecting. Sarray knocking back Natalya. And now Sarray throws her across the ring, back into the corner. And Sarray throws her off the rope. Sarray, middle rope, code red. No, Natalya punches her in the head. And now Sarray back to her feet. Natalya grabs hold of her. Natalya, Sarray counters, and Sarray drives her into the mat. Like I said, not sure what's going on with the camera. Very disorienting for me as well. Gets her back up to her feet now, and Sarray, clothesline, into another. Grabs Natalya, comes off the rope. Big drop kick, takes her down. And now Sarray has got Natalya down. Natalya staggering back up to her feet. Sarray grabs her, and Sarray suplex into a cover. 1, 2, no. Thought that might fix it, honestly. Was hopeful. Natalya with a right hook. Now Natalya grabs onto Sarray. Natalya scoops her up, throws her over her shoulders, and takes her down. Kicks her in the back. And now Natalya kicks her in the back again. Into a cover. Natalya, 1, no. Sarray kicks out. And now Natalya grabs onto her, rolls her over, and drop kick to the back, takes her down. Natalya turning her over now. Natalya, no. Sarray kicks her in the head. Natalya goes down. Sarray getting Natalya back to her feet, pulls her in, and huge slam, taking her down. 1, 2, 3. What are we zooming in on? Sarray gets the win in her debut. Knocks off Natalya tonight. Sarray with an emphatic debut here on SmackDown. Scores the win over Natalya. The SmackDown women's division continues to heat up. That is a big win for Sarray. Sarray celebrates her win. Wait a minute. That's Cora Jade! Cora Jade was also dragged to the SmackDown last week, and she is whipping the hell out of Sarray with a kendo stick. You can see the damage already done to that Singapore cane. The thing is almost snapped clean in half. Cora Jade taking Sarray's debut and making it all about herself with that emphatic statement. We're going to just keep moving right along here on SmackDown. Some more singles action coming up next. Here comes Matt Riddle to the ring. He's got his name back. Although he never lost it. No, but anyway. Matt Riddle making his way to the ring. The original bro gonna have his first SmackDown match in Universe mode tonight. Riddle kind of strutting down to the ring right now. So Matt Riddle making his way to the ring. We saw last week that Matt Riddle confronted Damian Priest and tried to reform their old independent tag team. Priest ended up shrugging him off, though, and now tonight Riddle gonna have some singles action here on SmackDown instead. He's gonna be taking on Santos Escobar of Legado del Fantasma. There's Santos. He's flanked to the ring by Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde. Legado del Fantasma making their way to the ring. This is their first appearance on SmackDown as well. Legado making their way to the ring. Santos Escobar in his SmackDown debut. He's now got a, being on SmackDown does have its advantages if you're a cruiserweight, because while the cruiserweight champion can float between brands, the cruiserweight champion does typically tend to stay more on SmackDown than anywhere else. So Santos Escobar can get one step closer to that title tonight while he's here on SmackDown. So Escobar has made his way to the ring. Escobar and Riddle going to go one-on-one here on SmackDown. Riddle with a kick now, and Matt Riddle firing away. Riddle went for a roundhouse. Santos ducked him. Now Santos Escobar grabs him. German suplex takes him down. Kicks him in the back now, and Santos Escobar. No, Matt Riddle pops back up, and Riddle knocks him back. Riddle, big punch to the face. Hits the ropes. Senton, no, Escobar got the knees up. Santos Escobar with a knee to the side of the head of Riddle. Now Escobar's got him down. Riddle back to his feet. Riddle with a slap. Matt Riddle firing away. Roundhouse kick. Matt Riddle now into a triangle choke. Riddle using that MMA background. Riddle's got some UFC experience as well. He's got Escobar down. Riddle, the triangle choke. Could look to end it early here on Escobar. He's got it wrenched in tight. Escobar in some trouble. It's Escobar grabbing hold of him. Escobar with a punch to the head, and again, and again. Riddle goes down now, and Matt Riddle, chops him in the face, kicks out the legs. Another senton connects. Riddle back into a cover. But Escobar able to get out before the referee can get down to count. Now Escobar sweeps the leg of Matt Riddle. Santos stomps on him, kicking him down. Santos Escobar grabs Matt Riddle, kicks him in the back. Santos Escobar has got him down. Riddle staggering back to his feet. Riddle, rolls him through from behind. Cover. One. No, Escobar kicks out. There's a kick from Riddle. Escobar with a right hook. And now Santos Escobar for a drop kick. Riddle countered. Riddle for a forearm. Santos out of the way. Santos Escobar getting up to his feet now. And Escobar kicks Riddle into the ribs. Knocks him in the ropes. Grabs hold of him now, and Escobar pushes Riddle, punches him in the back, and again. Now Riddle getting picked back up to his feet. Santos Escobar grabs hold of him, and Escobar with Riddle head first into the turnbuckle. Puts him on the top rope now, and Santos Escobar with a right hook. Escobar carrying him off the ropes. Escobar. Oh my god, Escobar up to the top rope. Riddle on his shoulder. Santos Escobar dropping Riddle across the ropes. Getting him back up to his feet now, and Escobar gets him up. Santos. Phantom Driver. 1, 2. Riddle kicked out. Escobar with a very close 2 count to Riddle. Escobar going up to the top rope. Santos Escobar telling him to get up. Santos looking to come off the top. Tries to grab Riddle. Riddle caught him out of the crossbody, and Riddle pops him up, going for a power bomb. Escobar got out of it though, and now Santos Escobar. Right hook connects. Riddle punches him in the gut. Now Riddle forearm smash into another. Riddle ducks him. Pele kick. Knocks down Escobar. Senton across the chest. Into a cover. 1, 2. Kick out from Escobar. Now Escobar getting picked back up to his feet by Riddle. Riddle with a roundhouse kick, and Riddle gets on the back of Escobar, elbowing him into Bro Mission. Bro Mission is in. Is Escobar gonna tap out? Escobar's got the Bro Mission. Is stuck in the Bro Mission right now. Riddle's wrenching it in. Riddle's got it wrenched in. Escobar punching him in the head repeatedly. Escobar rolling for a chop. Escobar countered, kicks him in the ribs, and Santos comes onto Matt Riddle, gets him up on his shoulders. Riddle elbows him in the head, and Matt Riddle gets out of it. Riddle into Bro Derek. 1, 2, 3. Matt Riddle with the Bro Derek wins his SmackDown debut. A huge win there for Matt Riddle tonight. See, Legado kind of started to realize it was over when the Bro Mission went in. The Bro Derek followed it. Your winner, Matt Riddle. Oh, come on! Now Legado, Mendoza, and Wild dumping Riddle after the bell. And Riddle in a 2-on-1 situation here. Kick to the face from Wild, and now Mendoza drop kicks him. Wild gets him back up to his feet and turns him around. There's a kick from Mendoza. And Wild with an uppercut. Legado beating the hell out of Matt Riddle tonight. And Matt Riddle is stuck 2-on-1 in this assault from Legado del Fantasma. And Mendoza with a splash for good measure. Legado del Fantasma leave Riddle laying. It's time to move into our 2 big tag matches in what is essentially our mini tournament. And I still forgot the GYV has Cody's graphics on accident. James Drake and Zach Gibson making their way to the ring. I've mentioned it before, Cody's graphics are modded in over Timothy Thatcher. So Drake and Gibson making their way down to the ring. And no, they will not be becoming the Dyad before anyone asks. Because, fuck that. That's why. GYV making their way to the ring. Here comes the Fight Factory. There's the Prince, Finn Balor. The tag team of Gallus, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang, and behind them, the Scottish Supernova, Noam Dar. They took the Balor Club entrance out of the game, so. Balor Club making their way to the ring. Finn Balor leading the fight factor in the ring. It's the first time we've seen Balor since his WrestleMania loss to Seth Rollins. The Prince is here. Finn Balor's made his way to the ring. Mark Coffey and Wolfgang. Weird as this may sound, despite the fact they've been back for a while, this is the first time Mark Coffey and Wolfgang are going to wrestle since before SummerSlam. So it's Mark Coffey and James Drake starting it off. Mark Coffey launches in. James Drake with a kick to the ribs. It's for a right hook counter. Now Mark Coffey tries to grab Zach Gibson, and Balor yells, "Focus!" from across the ring. If you remember last week, Balor said Fight Factory is no place for weakness, which led to the removal of Blair Davenport and Kaylee Ray from the group. Balor setting examples and saying that it's time for Fight Factory to start pulling their own weight. As Mark Coffey sends him into the corner, tag made to Wolfgang. Wolfgang kicks him in the ribs. And a punch to the head for good measure. One to the back. Again. Double axe handle. And again. Wolfgang now in, and Wolfgang launches him into the corner. Wolfgang, clothesline. Takes him down. Wolfgang hits the ropes. Splash to James Drake. And Wolfgang decides, might as well do it again. Splashes him again. Wolfgang getting him back up to his feet, and Wolfgang with a jab. Firing away on James Drake, who kicks at the knee. And James Drake drop kicks the knee of Wolfgang. Wolfgang falls out of the ring. Whoa! James Drake was mid-springboard, and Wolfgang rolled under the bottom rope. So James Drake went splat, but that only seemed to psych him up. As he turns his attention to Mark Coffey. Drops him in the ropes with a stun gun. And now he's going after Dar and Balor. He grabs hold of Noam Dar. But Wolfgang! Noam Dar goes down. Good lord! He powered him so hard he flew in the air. As now Wolfgang comes in and is taking advantage of the distraction. Wolfgang gets James Drake back to his feet. Decks him with a right hook. Wolfgang getting him back to his feet now. Throwing James Drake into the corner. Tag made to Mark Coffey. And Mark Coffey with a kick to the ribs. And a drop kick connects. And now James Drake falls out of the ring. Into the corner of Fight Factory. Which is not where you want to be, as he again turns his attention to Noam Dar. He takes down Noam Dar and punches him down on the floor. Oh, and Mark Coffey flies. James Drake knocked into the apron, and Finn Balor saying stay on him. Mark Coffey throws James Drake down. James Drake surrounded by Fight Factory on all sides. And Balor and Dar just kind of laughing, it would seem. Referee at the count of 5. James Drake. Oh, now he's going after the boss. And Mark Coffey decides, all right, I'm done watching. James Drake wanted Balor. Mark Coffey trying to stop that. Pounces on him from behind. Noam Dar watching on now, and Noam Dar telling Mark Coffey, get him. Throws him back into the ring. And now Liverpool's number 1, Zach Gibson, is in. And Gibson, Codebreaker. Gibson mocking Balor with the finger gun there, saying bang. Takes out the knee. Cover. Kick out from Mark Coffey. Now Mark Coffey gets his arm stomped by Zach Gibson. Now Gibson getting him back to his feet. Zach Gibson goes for a punch. Mark Coffey counters. Mark Coffey pulls him in. And lifting cutter takes down Zach Gibson. Back to his feet now. Mark Coffey with an enziguri. That big kick from Coffey turns him over for the win. 1, 2, 3. As Wolfgang tries to take out James Drake. Fight Factory get the win. And you can see Balor on the outside is thrilled. I'm not really sure what that match was either, quite honestly. That kick to the head gets the win. Fight Factory. Mark Coffey and Wolfgang will battle the winners of our next matchup next week to find out who challenges Mustache Mountain at Payback. Big win for the Fight Factory. And events coming up. Well, 1 week into my SmackDown run, I've already defended the US title once. Unfortunately, there wasn't time on the show tonight for me to do it again, but you know what? Next week, I'll be back with another US Open challenge for anyone that wants a shot. Oh my god! Yeah, you do that, Dolph. You keep it warm for me. Be a lad. Make sure I get to fight you at Payback. So I only fight for titles on pay-per-view. Well, it is now time for the main event. Some tag team action. And making their SmackDown debuts, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits. So Ford and Dawkins making their way to the ring. This is a big opportunity for them, former Raw Tag Team Champions. If they win tonight, they're one step closer to getting those SmackDown Tag titles. And I believe it would make them the first team to win both sets of titles in the LS11 Universe. Of course, there's only one person that's held both sets of tag titles. That is Robert Roode, but he's never done it. He was not with the same partners. Street Profits making their way to the ring. Ford and Dawkins, they have a tall task ahead of them because we're about to see a new team for the first time ever. It's time to see what the Six are capable of as a team. Ricochet and Austin Theory. Austin Theory and Ricochet making their way to the ring, representing the Six. Their theme music specifically picked for the Six now playing. Showing that, yeah, the team's been unified. Down to the fact they've got their own theme music and everything. Two top future stars aligned tonight. We've already seen now Drew McIntyre has now staked his claim to the United States Championship, which means if Ricochet and Theory can win tonight and then beat Gallus next week, and if Drew McIntyre can become US Champion, as Theory starts it off with Montez Ford and Austin Theory with Ford into the corner. Spears him in the cross body across the corner. As I was saying though, if Theory and Ricochet could go all the way to Payback to become tag team champions, and Drew can go all the way to Payback to become United States champion, the Six will have all the gold on SmackDown in their first month together. As now Montez Ford, snapmare, and a drop kick to the back of Austin Theory, taking him down. Theory goes down now, and Austin Theory kicked in the back. Tag made to Angelo Dawkins. Theory and Dawkins, the two bigger men of their teams. That's not discounting Montez Ford or the Ricochet. Both guys are still very, very muscular, very jacked in their own right, as Dawkins sends Theory crashing to the floor. The referee begins his count. Austin Theory getting back to his feet. Kicks him in the ribs now, and Theory with Dawkins into the barricade. Grabs onto him. Theory launches him again. Now Theory getting back into the ring. Austin Theory tags Ricochet. And the one and only. I was thinking about flying, it seemed. Referee holding him back now. Kept Ricochet from flying there. Ricochet, super kick! Goes for another kick. Angelo Dawkins kicks him in the ribs now, and Dawkins kicks him, pulls him in, double underhook. Has him up. Drives him into the mat with a big neck breaker from the air. Tag made back to Montez Ford. Now Ricochet and Ford, the two high flyers of their teams, in the ring. Montez Ford's got a hold of Ricochet. Ricochet firing back now. Ricochet knocks him back. Ricochet springboard. Went for a Pele kick. Got caught in the ropes because of Ford pushing him. And now Ford turns him over. Ricochet punches him in the face. Ricochet goes for another kick. Montez Ford with a knee. Snaps back the leg. Wishbones it. Covers one. No. Now Ricochet has his arm being pulled back by Ford. Montez Ford takes out the arm of Ricochet. Montez going up the top rope. Theory trying to stop him. Ricochet gets out of the way of the splash. Ricochet, super kick to Montez Ford. And now Ricochet getting Ford back up to his feet. Ricochet grabs onto Montez and launches him back into the corner. Tag made back to Theory. And now Ricochet and Austin Theory. Double super kick to Montez Ford. And Theory saying all day, you're looking at the next tag team champions. Big kick to the face of Montez Ford. Ricochet gets him up, and Ricochet. Oh, an enziguri from Montez Ford connects. And Montez Ford slams him down. And now Ricochet, or Theory, kicks Montez Ford, knocking him back. Super kick from Austin Theory, kicks him in the ribs. And now Theory pumps him up, drives him neck first into the knee. Cover on Theory, or from Theory, 2. Montez Ford kicks out. Theory getting Montez Ford back to his feet, and Austin Theory and Ricochet working real well together as a team tonight. And Montez Ford scoop slam to Theory, taking him down. Montez Ford, what is he thinking here? Montez. Neck breaker to Austin Theory, taking him down. Into a cover. 1, no. Now Montez. Montez. Elbow drop. Ricochet trying to stop him. Montez Ford tags in Angelo Dawkins. Austin Theory is down, and Angelo Dawkins is going up to the top. Dawkins, the big man, looking to fly. Theory knocks him off the ropes, and Austin Theory, neck breaker. Theory now grabs onto Dawkins, and Austin Theory throws Dawkins into the corner. Tag made to Ricochet. And now Theory throws him to Ricochet. Ricochet showing his own strength here. Rolling senton. Theory with a 450, and Ricochet with a moonsault. Ricochet hooks the leg of Dawkins. 1, 2, no! Ricochet nearly got him there, but Dawkins kicked out. And now Angelo Dawkins with a spear to Ricochet. 1, no, Ricochet kicks out. Theory thinking about a cheap shot. Whoa! Dawkins takes him down. Ricochet with a right hook. Super kick. Now Ricochet wipes out Montez. Ricochet going up to the top rope. And the one and only elbow across the back. Ricochet now getting Dawkins back to his feet. Went for a kick. Dawkins caught him. Angelo Dawkins now takes down Ricochet. He's got him down, and Dawkins goes back to the corner and tags Montez Ford. Ford is in now, and Montez Ford grabs hold of him and takes him down. Montez Ford punching him repeatedly, taking him down. Ricochet's down. Montez Ford. Whoa, went for a moonsault. Ricochet got out of the way. Now Ricochet scoops him up. No. Ford punches him in the head. And now Montez Ford kicks Ricochet in the ribs. Goes for a kick. Ricochet counters, and now Ricochet kicks him down. And Ricochet, standing shooting star. Kicking down Montez Ford, who grabs his leg, and Montez Ford sweeps the leg of Ricochet. Ford getting him back to his feet. Ford went for a super kick. Enziguri. Theory tagged back in. And now Austin Theory and Montez Ford throwing stereo super kicks. There's one. Austin Theory now turns Montez Ford around, kicks him in the ribs. Theory pops him up, knee into the neck, connects. Standing shooting star of his own from Austin Theory. Takes down Angelo Dawkins, picks Montez Ford up, and Austin Theory super kick into A-Town. Whoa, was looking for A-Town down. Montez countered. Montez Ford showing fight. He gets Austin Theory back to his feet, and Montez Ford. Back body drop. Into a cover on Theory. 1, 2, no. Austin Theory staggering back to his feet, and Montez Ford taking him back down into the ground and pound. Ricochet now. Ricochet. Oh, Ricochet! With an elbow to Montez Ford. And now Ford taking down Ricochet from behind. Austin Theory pulls him into a small package. 1, 2. Nearly got him as Ricochet wiped out Angelo Dawkins. Austin Theory, super kick. Into another one. Montez Ford countered. Enziguri to Theory. Ricochet trying to get in the ring, but the referee tells him no. Theory counters the attempted shooting star. Theory kicking him in the ribs now, and Austin Theory firing away. He throws Montez Ford off the ropes. Theory ducks him, in Austin Theory. Big clothesline. Into another standing shooting star. Now Austin Theory. Right hand. Drop kick. Floors Angelo Dawkins. Now he's got Montez back to his feet, in Theory. Now he's looking for A-Town down. 1, 2, 3. The 6 win. The 6 get the win. Austin Theory and Ricochet showing very great tag team performance tonight. That trifecta there, the rolling senton into a 450 into a moonsault. What a move that was. And then in the end, these two just kept taking bullets for one another, and it worked. In the end, it worked repeatedly. Your winners, and going on to face Gallus next week in the #1 Contenders match, Austin Theory and Ricochet, representing the 6. Big win for these two tonight. A huge win for the 6. Wait a minute! Randy Orton cracks a chair off of Theory. He managed to take down Theory, and Ricochet throws a punch. Orton RKO to the man that betrayed him. And now Theory staggering up, and Orton RKO to Theory as well. Oh, Cody! I'd like a word! Randy, we got a temper on us tonight, do we? Cut the shit, Cody. You know what I want. Yeah, I think I do know what you want, but I did already beat you at WrestleMania. And I did outsmart you and your buddy Shinsuke last week, so I am done with you as far as I'm concerned. Fine, you want to be done with me? Well, I want one last shot at the world title, so I'll sweeten the pot for you, Rhodes. Beat me at Payback for the world title, and I'll leave SmackDown for good. You'll leave SmackDown for good, really? Yep. Triple H can terminate my contract and I'll go to Raw. I do like the sound of you not being in my way anymore, especially you staying out of the way of the Six. So, yeah, you know what? Let's do it, Orton. Let's do it. Good. Can't wait to rip that title away from you, you smug son of a bitch. Yeah, I'm sure you can. Orton now leaving. Wait a minute. Cody! RKO from Orton! You stupid son of a bitch! Did you really think I was gonna fall for that? I turned my back on purpose! You're gonna need to bring something better than that, Cody. Otherwise, your title's mine. With that said, I've been Xander, and that was Universe.